Hi there, gorgeous! In today's video, I'm showing you a full face tutorial using nothing but Smith & Cult products. This is a brand that popped up in Ulta recently. I tested out one of their foundations a couple weeks ago. Didn't really care for it. I'm going to be testing it again in today's video though with a primer from the brand to see if that makes a difference. And I wanted to try out all kinds of products just to see what this brand was like, if I could find something else that was better. I just wanted to play with makeup, let's be honest. So I'm showing you everything up close with a wear test at the end, and I'll let you know, are any of these products worth checking out or not? You didn't see that. I stole some of Jet's snacks. First things first, we're going to apply all the primers that we can. I've always liked to apply my primers first before anything else. Gives them a chance to settle in, dry. So the first one I'm using is not a Smith & Cult brand. I don't even think they make an eyeshadow primer. I'm using one from Revlon from my blindfolded makeup shopping video. This is actually a really good primer. I've come to really like it. For my face primer today, I'm using one from Smith & Cult. This is their Black Drop Charcoal Brightening Primer. This one had really high reviews on it, so I wanted to try it out. And I'm going to be trying the Veiled Threat Foundation once again, because this is one that I tested the first week of April. I didn't really care for it, but I didn't test it with a primer. So I want to give it another shot and see if it performs a little bit better this time. What they say about this primer, this is silicone based, by the way. It says it's a whipped formula that cools and firms as it goes from black to clear, brightening, hydrating, and balances the skin for a perfectly primed makeup ready canvas. Why is it black? Charcoal powder absorbs oil. Makes sense. So I'm going to take a small amount, and I think I only want to apply this to 1/2 of my face because I want to see how the foundation is going to wear side by side without a primer and with it. This is a very interesting product. I'm trying to place the scent. Okay, you're gonna laugh when I say this, but honestly it reminds me of the smell of cat litter. But it's very cedar, that's it, that's what I'm looking for. It smells like cedar. Ooh, the rain is coming. We're under a tornado watch today and severe storms. My phone has been going crazy all morning. Primer did take a little bit more effort to blend in, to get the black to disappear into the skin, but overall it feels really nice. It didn't conceal my pores, which didn't say that it would. I'm going to move on to the eye makeup. I picked up this Gitterbaby Metallic Shift eyeshadow. Shade that I'm using here is Ice Blue. And I thought this one would be really pretty against my blue eyes. I'm going to use the transition shade from the Stop Playing Safe Wet n Wild palette. So I'm applying that in the crease. You could wear this kind of eyeshadow all over the lid if you wanted to. It's simply up to you. I like to pair an eyeshadow up like this with a crease color, but everyone is different. Like I say, do you boo-boo? I've been asked before where that comes from, and my mom, her nickname for me was always boo-boo. I don't know why. You know, moms, we come up with nicknames for our kids. I have them for Jet and Gia, and for some reason it's something that stuck with me, and it makes me think of good times with her. Don't really have those anymore with her, unfortunately, but I'm gonna just step away from that subject. Okay, then we're going to take that Ice Blue glitter eyeshadow, and I'm thinking that I'm going to try, it's got a nice applicator on it, so I might use the applicator itself. I'll apply a little bit to start, and then I'm going to, this is the MAC 242, by the way. It's great for cream and products like that, gels, that type of thing. And I'm going to use that to move it around the eye. I really didn't apply much of this glitter eyeshadow because it's super, super pigmented. Despite the swatch and how sheer it looked, you can see that using a small amount, you get a extreme color payoff with it. And that is just simply gorgeous. I'm telling you, the website did not do these justice. When I was trying to decide what color I wanted, I looked up swatches online, and even those didn't do these justice. It still feels wet on my eyes, so I'm going to let it dry for a little bit longer here before I go back and blend, because what I want to do is take the transition shade at the bottom of the Stop Playing Safe palette and use that to blend between the glitter and the top crease color. Here, yay! Woo! Just got notification that my lashes were delivered. Hey! I've been waiting on this restock order for forever now. This is Friday, by the way, when I'm filming this. You won't see this video until Monday, but woo woo! This is exciting. Yes, I'm going to go pick them up here right after I'm done filming this video. So like I said, while I'm waiting on that glitter eyeshadow to dry, I'm so excited I can't concentrate right now. I'm going to try another product from Smith & Colt. This is their Built Brows Volumizing Eyebrow Powder, and the shade that I got was Warm Taupe. Buildable smudge-resistant brow powder and mineral-derived thickening formula and super long-wear powder to cream texture. Shake well to activate powder. Tap in jar to remove excess before applying. Okay, they did a beautiful job of filling them in, but I still need some pencil action here because, yeah, I have no brows of my own. So I'm going to use my CoverGirl pencil in the shade Honey Brown. I love this pencil. It's become my go-to brow product. And I'm going to create some brow strokes on the inner corner, just so it looks like I have some hairs there. Blend, and this is absolutely a product, the little brow powder I just tried from Smith & Colt. I would pair that up with a pencil if I were going to use it in the future, and I absolutely would, because not only does it match this CoverGirl pencil extremely well, I like the color, but the pigment with this one is really good too. Okay, the eyes have had some time to dry now, so I'm going to go back and, like I had mentioned, take some of that darker transition shade. This brush really needs to be washed. I've been creating a lot of looks lately, and I'm going to use that to blend between the lid color and the crease color. Now I have to say, I'm pretty impressed to see that the glitter is still pretty well intact. For all the rigorous blending that I just did between the lid color and the crease color, that's pretty impressive. Now I do have some on my face right there, as you can see, fall out. This is why I do my eyes first and my face last. But for the most part, everything stayed put. So I'm going to take a makeup remover wipe and get that excess glitter off of my face. Added some lashes. These are in the style Kitten from my lash line, Inky Minky Lashes, one of our top sellers. I'll have them linked for you below. I'm so happy they are back in stock. Very natural looking on the eyes. Okay, let's try that Veiled Threat Weightless Microblurring Foundation. Once again, shade that I'm using here is 130 Neutral. This was the side with the primer, so we'll try it on that side first. It's a great foundation in how it first applies. It looks beautiful on the skin. The only thing I didn't like about it was how it wore. And if I remember correctly, I think this one broke apart on me and it did start to get rather shiny on the skin. But some of you said that those were problems that could have been fixed with a primer, which you're absolutely right. I should have tested it with a primer before making a final judgment, but that's why I'm giving it another shot here. And I pretty much used everything I applied over here to blend it more over here, but it didn't cover it all the way. So I'm going to apply a little bit more. And I don't believe that Smith & Colt offered a concealer, because I'm pretty sure I would have bought it if they did. So I'm going to use, woo, thunder, my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. Shade that I'm using here is Vanilla. A little bit of this goes a very long way, let me tell you. And I like to blend it with my fingers, of course. And trust me when I say I've been trying to find a dupe for it and I just cannot find one. This is, it's amazing stuff. See what I mean? Coverage is beautiful. It looks amazing and it lasts all day too. Ah, ha, ha, ha. I almost set my face. I'm glad I didn't. I also picked up a cream blush from Smith & Colt. This is their Flash Flush Cream in the shade Cool Pink. It says it goes from cream to powder and has a pore smoothing formula with long wearing velvet finish. It's extremely soft. I wish I could have shown you that first off. Okay, look at this. It's like a mousse texture when you put your finger into it. My goodness, this is gorgeous. A little bit goes a long way, obviously. I have too much here. I'm going to attempt to blend it in a little bit more. I'm going to use a flat brush here. This is from Eve Pearl. Boy, that thunder is kicking up. Now I'm going to shear this out a little bit more with my powder when I apply that. And I'm going to take the residual from my finger and apply it over here. That's really pretty. I'm happy with the consistency and the color payoff that I got. So to set my face, I'm using the Coty Airspun Translucent Powder. This is, if you're not familiar with me and how I do my wear tests, it's my go-to powder because it's neutral. It doesn't compensate for bad products. If a foundation is bad, it will not say, oh, I'm gonna cover that up for you. No, it's a tattletale. It will say absolutely if a foundation is bad, and if a foundation is good, it'll keep the face shine free. I mean, it's one of those great powders for testing. Yeah, I faded it out a little too much, but it's kind of hard to get the right amount on the cheeks without going overboard. You can still see it. I just didn't want to apply too much of it. So the last two products I picked up from Smith & Cult are lipsticks. I got two because I didn't really know which color I would like better. These are their high pigment lip gels. Appears to be of a gloss finish. The first one I'll show you here is in the shade Coral Peach. And the second one I'm showing you here is in the shade Soft Honey. Yeah, you know, with these eyes, I'm gonna stick the more neutral route. I know it's boring, but I promise I'll wear the Coral Peach one in a future video. But the shade I'm using here is Soft Honey. Ooh, menthol quality right off the bat. Ah, you know what? These remind me a lot of the Marc Jacobs glosses. Same exact smell, feeling on the lips, consistency, pigment, they're identical. And I love those Marc Jacobs lip glosses. Beautiful look. There wasn't one product here that I was disappointed by, well, with the exception of the foundation, but that was from a previous wear test. We're going to give it another run with the primer to see if that makes a difference or not. But for the most part, I'm very, very happy with everything. We'll be interesting to see how this wears throughout the day. Remember how I said I was gonna try that Coral Peach lipstick in a future video? The future is now. That's what I'm wearing in today's video. If you've been curious about what's on my lips, if you buy nothing from this brand but one item, I would highly recommend these lip products. They are simply fabulous. I love the color payoff, the feeling that you get on your lips. It's like a gloss and a lipstick in one, but it's not sticky. It takes a long time for it to wear off, by the way. But okay, let's get back to the wear test. So on the day I tested these products out, I wore them for a straight 12 hours, and this is what my face looked like at the end of the day. Sadly, that primer did not help to extend the wear time of the foundation, and on both sides of my face, you can see that the foundation looked oily. It started to break apart again, especially around the jawline, my nose area especially, so I was not happy with this foundation, sadly. The eyeshadow looked fabulous. I mean, I was so impressed for that being a glitter eyeshadow that it did not move around. And all I used underneath was that Revlon eyeshadow primer. So the fact that everything remained intact for as long as it did, fabulous product. The brow product was also great. Nothing moved there, and I felt like it looked very natural on application. The cheek product, I felt like I could have applied a little bit more. After the final application, I think I blended it away a little too much because by the end of the day, it really wasn't there, but I don't feel like that was the product's fault. I feel like that was my fault. So I'm still going to continue using it, but I was very impressed with the initial application of it. And the lip products, I've already been raving about those, so I won't continue, but I will just tell you they are fantastic. So if you're interested in any of the products I shared with you here today, I will have all of them listed and linked for you below. Let me know what you think about the Smith & Cult brand. Have you tried anything out? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.